Welcome to our end of the month special report. This is for the performance of month of April. This is going to be a short video, just bring you up to date what the markets have done year to date and for the month of April. Now, when we look at the futures market, we can see that the volatility index, VIX, coffee, gold, soybean oil, and the German DAX have been the top performers. On the bottom, we see the orange juice, cocoa, crude oil, and crude oil Brent and Russell 2000 are the underperformers. For the month to date, orange juice, cocoa, canola, soybean oil, and coffee were the top performers. And the crude oil was the worst performer. And we've gone over that, the reasons for it. And to join crude oil were lumber, sugar, US dollar, and wheat. As far as currencies goes, the most successful currency so far this year has been the euro. Euro USD is up about 9%. Then British pound is over 6%. The New Zealand dollar is against the US is up 6%. The worst performer has been the dollar against yen, and then against Swiss franc, and then Canadian against Canadian dollars. As far as the best performing sectors year to date, no surprise here. It's all been defensive. We see the consumer defensive actually up 6.2%, utilities up over 5%, basic material up 5%, financials up over 2%, and healthcare about 0.8%. The worst performer has been the cyclicals, discretionary sector, the consumer cyclicals, and the technology, which is, again, the good reasons. Obviously, they've had a good week so far, but for the month also, we see the energy has been the worst performer thanks to crude oil. As far as the best industries, no surprise here either. We see gold and the tobacco industry. They are up. Gold is up. Gold related industries up 46%. Tobacco is almost 30%. Other precious metals and mining up about 29%. Medical distributions, beverages and brewers, utilities, grocery stores, waste management. You can see a lot of defensive sectors or industries are up strongly. On the other hand, again, energy related, we see oil and gas drilling down almost 37%, broadcasting, recreational vehicles, chemicals, footwear, aluminum, trucking, and solar. As far as the ETFs, the best exchange traded funds, what I've decided to do, I have a special screen for that. What are the best exchange traded funds this year? For this, these are all the large ETFs around. We see the S&P 500 spiders were down over 5% year to date. Dow down 4.5%. The Nasdaq down 7%. The worst of all is the Russell 2000, 11.8%. On the other hand, the inverse Russell, the double, is up. The TZA is up about 27%. Gold miners, as we talked about, we see volatility, gold miners, gold itself, the silver. We look at the international, there are a lot of the positives in a non-dollar, and then precious metals and defensive like utilities. As far as for the month, well, for the month, NASDAQ was actually up, the QQQ, NASDAQ 100, while the spiders, the Dow, and the Russell, they were all down. Again, the miners, gold miners, gold itself, VIX, IFA, again, international markets were up for the month of April. As far as the world stocks, year to date, we see, well, Alibaba up nicely, 41%, while Taiwan Semiconductor is down 15, almost 16%. Indian banking, they are up double digit. We see the software and cloud and large conglomerate of technology, SAP in Germany up nicely. And then some Toronto Dominion, for instance, in Canada, up almost 20%. When on a monthly basis, we see on the other hand, Alibaba was almost down 10%, while again, India was strong. As far as the stock, S&P 500 stocks year to date, the biggies, the Magnificent Seven, the mega cap, really companies are large companies are all down big time. These are all Magnificent Seven. We see Microsoft down 6%, Nvidia almost 19, Apple 15, Amazon 16, Tesla 30. So these are, and Google 16. Really shows you the reason why, for instance, for the year-to-date, S&P and NASDAQ are down. But on the other hand, for the month of April, Microsoft and Tesla were stars. They were nicely up. Apple still down, Amazon down, and Google was up. As far as the best S&P stocks year to date, well, some of our friends that we have positions in, Palantir up almost 57%. CVS is up 49%. In tobacco industry, PM is up 42%. In mining, Newmont Mining is 42%. Resline is up 37%. In software, Uber is up 34%. And we even see Netflix up nicely, 37%. You see also Dollar General is up 24%. Again, defensive here. As far as the worst performers, a lot of retail, cruise travel, energy, they're all down. Deckers, 45%. We see Norwegian Cruise Line, 38%. We see Enphase in energy, 35%. Apache, 32%, 33%. Now, we also want to add this, the small caps, the Russell 2000. You see the best performing actually rolls is up 405%. So we see there are some great performers in the Russell 2000. On the other hand, we have not so good, down 94.5%, 93%, 92%. So maybe you can do a little investigation of these stocks. As far as this is something new, I thought it would be good to look at exchange traded funds. And I want to look at the top 40. And one of them is obviously, again, in the mining, and it's up 443%. Ethereum, 98% short. While I'll explain these, Nugget, again, the mining, Ethereum, again, mining. And then we have the single stocks like Palantir. We have the double. These are all Drexians, and a lot of single stocks have done very well if you've been the right side of it, the double one. So I just wanted to share these with you. I want to go top 40. You see like volatility. Again, Ring, gold related, GDX Gold Miners, GDXJ Gold Miner Junior. So you see very good performance. So this is what I want to share with you. So if you were really interested, said, well, I'd like to know what they are. This is what I want to share. PTIR is a double Palantir, which was the #1 performer in the S&P, and this is the ETF for double Palantir. We also have another one, PLTU, also bullish, double Palantir. You can see Alibaba has a double bullish. We have Uber, double bullish. We have short Ethereum. Then we have the double long gold, miners, European aerospace and defense, which makes sense. You can see we've talked about that. Gold mine, Netflix, the double. So I think these are interesting to put in your itinerary. Look at the volume. There's quite a bit of volume in some of these. Again, gold miners. Rivian has, it's not a big volume in it, but that's a double long. And then we have Poland. Obviously, we have VIX, global defense, then a lot of gold related and defense related, even Korea defense. Brazil, small caps, and we have those. So basically, I thought to share that with you. And last but not least, we always look at what the portfolio. We have stocks of the month. We came up in June and July of last year. We always like to review because those were picked really for like 2-year holdings. And you can see Bristol Myers actually had gone to 60, over $60, but we are back to 50, still up 24%. We see that Twilio is up 68. Poet is it's a Canadian company in an AI sector, up 102. Lululemon, like any other retailers, have had a really um, distribution down, but still up 9%. Now, the portfolio is up 51% so far since the end of June. It looks good, but when you compare it to what the indices have done, they're actually down. The only positive index has been S&P up 1.71% since June 20th. So it's a pretty good return on your money. And as you know, we also follow our tax loss portfolio, which is as of January 2nd. These are the 5 stocks. Again, in the defensive, you see CVS, Dollar General, Celsius Beverage. Our worst performer, the only one which is down is Micron, down 8.5%. Again, related to software, the tariffs and all the other thing. Intel is flat. So the portfolio is up 19%. Now, that's pretty respectable for the first 4 months. When we compare it to all the indices, Dow is down 4.5, Russell is down 11.8, NASDAQ almost 7, and then we see SPY is 5. So that has done well. Thank you so much. I just want to give you an update. Every month we do this. So I wish you a wonderful evening until we'll see you this weekend. Thank you.